What is going on, y'all? It's your boy Mr. J Pro back in the building, and I feel relaxed. I feel very relaxed today, and I promised myself that I'm gonna start a series and I'm gonna put it on YouTube, I'm gonna put it on Instagram, and really it is for my videographer friends, my photographer friends. And I say this all the time that I'm gonna do this, and then I start it and then I stop it. But so what I did was I went on my Instagram and I promised myself on Instagram, so whoever watches my stories holds me accountable. I'm gonna have 7 episodes. That's it. And it's gonna be about business, and it's gonna be about the journey of a videographer, a photographer who has done it for approaching 14 years and has literally started with $0. No grants, no loans, no help, $0. Everything that started the company was from our own money, our own finances. So if you find yourself in that part of your journey, trying to grow your business as a freelancer, as a young entrepreneur, whatever it is, whether it's for video or photo or whatever business you're in, I feel that after someone has done something for 14 years, you can learn something from them if you open your mind and open your understanding. If you open your mind and try to see from someone's perspective who has already done it, or maybe has been exactly where you are, if you could actually take time to learn from that person, I might just be a random person on YouTube to you, but if you could take something away to better your tomorrow, then it was worth the watch. So my name is Jonathan Lewis. I'm a videographer, a photographer, an award-winning videographer, and a published photographer. And I've been doing this thing called Jonathan Productions Inc. for approaching 14 years. Me and my wife have run this company. And one of the main questions that I got asked on my Instagram, which I'm going to address, it was, how do you deal with clients that don't want to pay your price? Now, I really value my time, and I value what I do. And sometimes customers don't understand what it takes to do what you do. But you also have to understand that besides putting a value on your time and then pricing it accordingly, which I'm all for, there also is a missing factor of education. Sometimes you're the only vendor that these people are reaching out to because they probably have seen your work and they like it, and they probably don't understand the process of what it takes to edit a photo, to edit a video. What we have seen is that, a lot of people think that a minute reel takes 1 minute to edit and 1 minute to shoot. That's just not how it works. Okay, sometimes that 1 minute edited video can take 3 hours of editing or 6 hours of editing, depending on the experience of the editor. But customers don't understand that. So it's up to us as the entrepreneur, as the freelancer, as the business owner, as the videographer, as the photographer, whatever business you're in, you have to educate your customers on the process. That's why a lot of my videos, I show behind the scenes. So potential customers, potential clients get to see not this polished work. They get to see the process. When you see the process first, when they see the process first, and then they inquire and then you give them a quote, they will equate the quote to the process, not the value that you or me have put on our time. You have to be able to reference them back to a process. When they themselves see what it takes, the equipment that we use, the lighting that we use, the mics that we use, the ingredients that you use for whatever it is that you're doing, specifically talking to videographers right now, photographers, when they see the process, then they will understand the quote. You cannot get mad at uneducated customers for asking a quote for something they don't understand. So once you start educating them subliminally with your BTS, and you actually educate them with the process, verbally, then the budget starts to go up because the understanding starts to increase. So the question is, how do you deal with customers that don't want to pay your price because they think you're overcharging them? Educate them. Don't get mad. There's no point in getting mad at an uneducated customer. Educate the customer, let them understand your process, and then find a compromise between where they are educationally with your process and where the budget is, where their budget is, and you putting some type of value to your time, putting a value to your time for sure, but then also seeing, is this even worth your time, whether they're educated or not? You have to find the medium there. The process that they understand, that's why they're able to pay it with this ease, because they understand the process. So again, I like to stress, don't get upset about an uneducated customer, just educate them. Another question that was asked for this episode, I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm just going to answer the questions and then we're going to move to the next episode. But another question that was asked was, what do you do when you feel burned out? And honestly, I'm going to answer these questions as transparent as possible and as real as possible, because I think that's fair to you, whoever watches this, and especially to the people that will watch it that actually ask the question and want to hear the answer. I don't know. I don't know what to do when you feel burned out, because I genuinely don't feel that, and so I don't know how to deal with that. I don't know how I would deal with that, because I'm not doing something that I don't love. I'm not doing something that I feel stresses me. I'm not doing something that I feel is a burden to me, my life, or my situation, my family situation. Are there people that are doing the same thing that I'm doing that might feel stressed out? 1000%. Am I doing something, as far as what I do in my career, am I doing something that can stress me? 1000%. I'm dealing with clients, I'm dealing with brides, I'm dealing with real estate agents, I'm dealing with people that are trusting me to put their vision to life, and they might have this huge expectation, and maybe sometimes I fall short of it, and then when that is told back to me, that's like, oh my gosh, like, this is frustrating. Yeah, can you get frustrated? 1000%. But how you deal with the frustration, like if I was in a warehouse packing boxes, right, and I was getting underpaid, undervalued, and I'm not making enough, and then but I'm trying to work as hard as I can, and then my boss comes to me and says, you need to speed up, or you're not doing a great job. That could be stressful, and especially if I know that I need that job, I could understand how burnout could happen there. I could understand how stress could happen there. For me, I don't feel that, because I always try to do my best, and I always try to take on clients that understand my process and not just a process. They understand what I do. So when I go get hired and I go do what I do for this person, for this client, the expectation is halfway already met, because they're not expecting other people's stuff. They're expecting what they've already seen that I do, which I know how to do very well, my thing very well. So it's less tension between me and the client and the expectation, because they already know what to expect and I already know what to do. So now I don't really feel undervalued at that point, because you know what you're expecting from me and I know what I'm capable of doing. So I don't feel that. But getting frustrated with, like, say, revisions, or certain shots and certain music or whatever, I understand that. But now burnt out, I think that comes from being in a position, in a place, in an atmosphere that you don't want to be in, but you have to be in. I'm not in that position. I'm in a position where I want to be there. I want to be in this position. I want to have, that creativity aspect of being in charge and, okay, you need this change. Okay, let's do it. Let's see if I can get it right. I more feel challenged when there's a revision or, me falling short of an expectation and it's told to me. I feel that more as a challenge to get better. Not a burnout, not frustrating, not stressed out. So to answer the question, I think it's not healthy. This is not even about videography. This is not even about business, just talking about health wise. It's not healthy to be in an environment that is not good for you, but you have to be there. I would search for ways to come out of that situation and find something that is less stressful so you don't feel burnt out. So yeah, my answer to that question is, I know I'm mumbling, but find a way to get out of that situation and try to get into something where you have more of a wanting to be in the atmosphere because you want to be there, and not in an atmosphere that you have to be there. Because in everything that comes at you in a negative way where you have to be somewhere, you're always gonna find a frustrating aspect of that situation. When you find yourself in an atmosphere where you want to be there, then when things come at you in ways that you maybe didn't like, you see it as an obstacle to get over. You see it as a challenge. And that's where I find where I am in my career is it's more of a challenge for me to grow than this burden of me being burnt out and stressed out. So guys, I really hope that you took something from this, and episode 2 is going to be from 2 questions that were asked to make an episode about. So those are the 2 questions for today, and I really hope that I really hope I continue this, and I'm going to, like I said, and I hope you found something that could help you move forward in your entrepreneurship. I have a passion for talking to young entrepreneurs and motivating them to move forward and get better, and not to see life as this stressed out place, but see life as a playground to learn and grow in. So don't see life as a competition. See life as a growing experience. It's full of moments, and in every single moment, try to make the best of that moment until the next one. Keep hustling, keep creative. In the meantime, between time, let's get it ×4.